Let me ask you a very simple question. Do you feel that financial advice on internet is somewhat disconnected from what we see in reality? On camera, a lot of people seems very rich, confident in the way they convey information and successful in their career. But there is definitely something clearly wrong in what we are seeing right now in social media. The question remains the same. Like, are we taking financial advice from someone or basically using them as a tool, as a guide for them? Because I will never suggest you to take any kind of investment decisions or advice by just listening to some random guy sitting in front of a camera talking to you. And I would not suggest you to do that. I'd always suggest you to take me as an commentator or as an brainstorming idea generator. I would put a lot of things in front of you which you can use as a foundation or brainstorming elements to like define the direction you want to go into. I wanted to make this video because I saw a lot of Reddit posts and a lot of social media where a lot of people convey successful stories about, oh, I'm 25, I'm 30 years of age and I achieved certain amount of money, and they try to break down their asset allocation, and at the end they just ask for opinions. In my mind, like, if you have already achieved some kind of success with your methodology, then why you are asking for certain other opinions? And people give opinions in such kind of situation, which doesn't make entire sense to me. And nowadays we have so-called chatbots, ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude AI to talk to and get advice or any kind of information from. But have you thought about what kind of information is fed actually to these models? Because basically they are going into this internet and scraping a lot of information, open source information. Plus there are a lot of proprietary information they also feed, but we don't know exactly what goes into this model. But this is for sure that they are giving these models a lot of open source information. And a lot of open source information is everything which I talked about, like Reddit content, Twitter content. So there are a lot of social media post scraping and information gathering from these kind of sources. If the original source is made of crap, then the output you get is somewhat trashy itself. So I never take direct advice from any LLMs because they are not good enough to give you any kind of advice. And this is just point to think about, and to develop a framework around what you think about it. Because on the internet or the social media, you have a lot of influencers and social media experts who talk about a particular topic. But even the top YouTubers, I never watch them unbiasedly. I always keep a neutral perspective on whoever talks. The final question that I would like to cover is how to avoid such kind of situations, right? Where you identify someone who is really genuinely trying to help you without giving a biased opinion on the internet. Finance is a topic which is very personal, and it has a high impact factor on a lot of people because it involves money itself. In my previous videos, I've already discussed how you can identify such things. And believe me or not, it always worked for me. Because on the youtube youtube thing, I always browse through channels. It's not that difficult, but I found only 0.1% of channels which actually convey general information. They are not biased at all in their conversations. And you have to find such kind of hidden gem creators who actually does those kind of thing. They brainstorm a lot of idea points in the negative plus positive biases, never giving a single opinion from their side. And that makes a good creator itself. And to identify this type of content or YouTubers or social media creators, you always go and look through the history of what they have built actually, and always try to observe them with a neutral perspective. You will be shocked to know that after just putting the lens of neutrality, you will be able to identify what kind of information he conveys. And I believe that kind of methodology or framework is very important in nowadays, where fake gurus and social media creators are everywhere. As we cannot stop a lot of content creators, you have to decide yourself of what kind of content you should be consuming from your end. From the beginning, I have been like, I don't like watching videos or posts which are just humble brags about how I became successful or how I been rich by using this method. So I never try to watch those kind of videos, because in those cases, The issue is that there is a lot of survivorship bias in that. So out of 100 people, 1% of people actually successfully built that and came on the YouTube and shared it with you. But you don't see the losses on 99% people who already failed in that concept. So there is always a thing called survivorship bias that usually comes into the picture. And it's the case with me as well. Maybe I'm survivor of certain events which gave me the benefit or gave me the confidence to come here and make this kind of videos. And that's why I believe that not all advices or commentaries are equal. A lot of people have their own ways of saying, but a good creator for me is that lets you think for themselves. So I will leave you with the thought of always be vigilant and skeptical on whatever you see on the internet.